Welcome, everyone, to the Flower Files podcast sponsored by Wildly Native Flower Farm. Here, everyone is welcome to talk with fellow flower lovers, including real perspectives from the farm, the flowers, and me, the florist.
From the messy day-to-day operations down to the details and even business perspectives, this podcast has a little bit of everything to keep it real. We know that life can get crazy and we don't always have the time to spend on what we love, so we are here to help you take a little time to indulge in nature. I'm Liza Getz.
I'm Lizzie Frey, and we are the team that makes this podcast. Every once in a while, we have a couple guests, this business thing, and what we are working with is called life.
Join us as we walk you through how to think outside the box, talk from the farmer's perspective, have honest conversations about florals, and how to run, well, life. So listen in.
You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, in the podcast section, and any of your other podcast platforms. You can also find us online at wildlynativeflowerfarm.com, and in an easy way, you can look in the show notes, and all of the information will be right there for easy access.
Well, hello, friends, and welcome back to the Flower Files, sponsored by Wildly Native Flower Farm. I'm Liza, and today with me I have
Kenley. Hello.
Today we're talking about one of the questions I think we get asked more than almost anything else when we see somebody at farmer's market or just kind of in general, if we're speaking at garden club or if we have anybody who's asking us questions about flowers. What do they ask us, Kenley?
What cut flowers should I grow?
All the time.
That's probably the top question we get asked.
100%. 100%. And the truth is, this question is simpler and more difficult depending on what you're actually asking, because choosing cut flowers isn't just about what's pretty. It's about what works, and it's about what works for you.
Yeah, I would say it all depends on what you want to use those cut flowers for. So if you just want them pretty in your garden to have a bouquet in your house, it's a lot simpler than somebody wanting to grow them for market, to sell them at farmer's market.
And that's a scary word. Grow something that's pretty. That is scary, because what I think is pretty and what you think is pretty and what she thinks is pretty and what you think is pretty,
very different things.
Very different. Very different. And then I feel like sometimes it can be really, really hard to make some of those decisions because I don't know about you, but this time of year, like all of the seed catalogs are coming.
All of them. I walk into the barn and she walks in, she has like 5 new catalogs. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I'm like, ooh, what's new this year?
Yeah, because I don't want to not look at them and miss something that like is trending and is something that we could really use. There's a lot to look through.
It is. And what are we using them for? There's so many flowers that even this year we sat down and we were like, we love this flower. We're not growing it anymore because it doesn't this, it doesn't that. It's not this. Or
it only grows in 2 colors, but we need it in a different color. And it
blooms at the wrong time of year. The wrong color.
That's the most common thing, it blooms in the wrong time of year.
It's pink. Great. Everything is pink. We need orange.
Yes. And that's the thing too, like fall, still everything is pink, but we need more orange, like you just said. Like zinnias, it's like, okay, there's 700 different colors of zinnias.
And colors and textures and styles and growing habits.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's just choosing the correct ones that work best for you.
Yeah. And then you get those catalogs and then all of a sudden you're like, you know what? I'm just going to grow all of it. And I feel like for a long time until we really got into a rhythm, we were like, we're just going to grow everything. And then it's like throwing paint at the wall and being like, look, it's stuck.
That's a good description though. Because you don't have to grow everything.
No.
You
don't have to grow everything because you can. You have to learn to grow what makes sense. And we had to learn what flowers grow and do well in a vase, what flowers grow well and don't do well in a vase. So, for instance, for us, our state flower is the black-eyed Susan.
Yeah.
Beautiful flower. Absolutely love it. Sucks in a vase.
Yeah.
Why?
They don't play nice with other flowers.
Nope.
They release an oil, a substance, whatever you want to call it, and it can clog other flowers' stems and make it very difficult for them to
Drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're dirty flowers.
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at your water and it starts to turn murky, if you have a black-eyed Susan in there, that's usually the culprit. There's a lot of flowers that may not do well in a vase mixed in with other things.
Daffodils are another one.
Oh my gosh.
Daffodils are a big one where they release a sap that will kill other flowers in your vase. So if you cut them and let them sit in their own bucket for a little while, they do better. But it's still one where, like, maybe not put them in with other flowers.
And you don't know until you learn.
Yes.
So, and if you're growing cut flowers, you have to understand, is it a one-hit wonder like a sunflower? You plant the seed, you cut the stem, it's done.
Yeah.
Or is it something that may rebloom gently?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it something that just keeps producing? A
Yeah.
zinnia. The more you cut, the more you get.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But stock, for example, has one, and then you get a couple little side shoots.
Yeah.
So
And that's kind of like snapdragons too, where you cut like your one main stem and they'll put off like
cute little guys.
three maybe smaller. They're not as strong and sturdy and pretty as the other ones.
And they're not as one single stem. Now you've got a branch
Yes.
with shorter stems.
Yes.
What do you do with that?
Mm-hmm.
So, and some actually take up more space than you had anticipated. We learned very quickly. You need a tall variety next to a short variety, next to a tall variety, next to a short
But
variety.
also make sure those tall and short varieties aren't very bushy, because even if you put a tall and short variety next to each other and they're both bushy, it still doesn't work.
You can't walk down your rows.
No.
Now all of a sudden everything is touching you, and you literally can't walk down the row even if you've tied it up.
That's like agrostemma and nigella. Agrostemma is tall and bushy. Nigella is short and bushy. I don't like putting them next to each other because then they grow into each other.
Yeah.
Even if you tie them up, they just
And then you're snapping stems, and it's messy.
you'll rip a whole plant out of the ground.
Yeah. And some, they just don't fit your lifestyle. Like, it just doesn't work. I feel like we have tried for 3 winters now to overwinter calendula.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to be able to, and I know you can't see me air quoting, but that is me, supposed to. It dies.
It dies. One year we had it, and it did great over winter, but that's because we had a really mild winter.
Yeah.
And now the past 2 or 3 years, all of it has died.
We've had, it's those nights in the teens that they're just like, that's it.
Even in the hoop house, we put them in the hoop house this year hoping it'd be better, and they're still like maybe 6 out of the 300 we planted are okay.
It's so not
And
worth it.
okay, not good.
Yeah. Not like, ooh, that's a banger.
Yeah, no.
Need 20 of them. So we end up disappointed. And if you have ever planted something and watched it just kind of feather away, like it just blows in the wind, it's not because you failed. It's because you didn't have maybe the right framework set up for choosing what those flowers needed to be. So in my episode last week, I talked a lot about how I have a really bad habit of going to the garden center and being like, oh my God, that's so pretty. I just need that plant. And then I come home and I go, where is it going in the garden? What am I
do that all the
doing?
time.
Do yours die?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I thought it was really bad. I put 2 hydrangeas last year. I was like, oh, I'm gonna plant them here, and then I was like, I don't have shade like at my house.
Oh my God.
And it was like, I have shade here, but I want to be able to see them. I don't want to put them on the side of my house where I don't see them unless I'm driving away. And I was like, oh, now I feel really bad. And they sat there and died because I couldn't. I planted one of them on like the back side of my house, but I won't ever see it because it's on the back side of my house. Like I was like, why did I was so excited because I was like, I love hydrangeas. And now yeah.
I'll get like a full tray of like 6 packs, and I'll get a whole bunch of different things, and I'll have to either clean up the garden or weed the garden or get ready or have to try to figure out where and how to plant. And then I'm like, okay, I'll do that tomorrow. Okay, I'll do that tomorrow. And then it's like 8:30 at night and it's dark, and it's kind of weird if I wear a headlamp and then the bugs are attracted. Like it's just a thing. So
I wish I could show you guys the Snapchats I get from Liza of her outside at night doing stuff. I'm like, go to sleep.
No, I have to get stuff done. And okay, sometimes it's cooler and it's nicer to do things at night.
It is.
Especially if the moon's nice and full.
Gosh.
Well, okay. All right. I'm just going to say that there are some people who actually use a moon cycle for planting like potatoes and all of that kind of stuff. There's moon cycle gardening. Swear to God, it's a thing.
Moon cycle gardening.
You're supposed to
never heard
plant
of that.
certain things in the full moon. I swear to God. I swear to God.
I guess it makes sense.
As she frowns, she's like, I think it makes sense.
I'm trying not to frown. Because it would make sense, because the moon has a different pull on the earth, and it...
She's rationalizing. It's okay.
I'm trying, if any of you out there that are listening do that, I'm not making fun of you. I'm just...
She's processing.
I just have to think that through. I would never think to, like, plant stuff based on the moon.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's a whole different cycle.
No, I'm like, hey, it's sunny this week. Let's plant.
Which technically is probably a lot more stressful for the plants.
It is.
They probably appreciate the night. All right.
Are we going to have to start working night shift?
Yes, exactly. We will time the night shifts during the full moon. And nobody can complain about sunburn. There you go. So... Okay, so you've decided that you're going to plant some flowers and maybe you want to grow them for either your cutting garden, you want to grow enough that you can give them as gifts, you want maybe something for pollinators, or maybe you even want it for something that's culinary based. The biggest mistake we see is
planting flowers based on aesthetic.
Yeah. Flowers
Sometimes,
should be beautiful.
Yes. And there's so many things where, oh my gosh, this is native. I want to plant it. Butterflies will be attracted to it, and I still want to cut it, but you can't cut it just because it's pretty and it's a native, just like as an example. Doesn't mean it does well as a cut flower.
No.
It still needs to hold up out of water. Not hold up out of water, but like...
But you have to be able to cut it to get it into water.
Yes.
How many times have you and I been just out back going to cut grasses? I'm like, ooh, that's a cool... green, or wow, look at those flowers, and we cut it and it just wilts. It doesn't...
As soon as you cut something, they just wilt, and it doesn't work. And then some things where it'll look pretty in the bucket for like a day, and then after a day or two of being cut, it starts to fall apart.
Yeah.
It, like, Orlea is one. It's so pretty, but it doesn't hold up well in vases and arrangements.
It gets its feelings hurt, and it's like, you hurt my feelings, and it wilts.
And like some will do fine. It's like 1 out of every like 15 we cut is fine.
Yeah.
But then all the rest of them look like you offended them.
Yeah. And they just hang over the side. They're tricky, and we grow them a lot for their seed pods.
Yeah.
So I also think you have to know your growing conditions. So you said... I'm going to plant something because it's pretty and it's good for pollinators. Yeah. Everybody's very like, oh, plant more milkweed, milkweed. Well, time out. If you have sandy soil that's very loamy and high drainage, you're not going to ever do well with milkweed because it likes it swampy. So you really need to understand what your plants need.
Yes.
And fun fact, if you plant milkweed and you cut it, that sappy stuff has to be burnt at the bottom. Like you have to know, you have to know all parts of your plant. Pretty is one thing, but if you're going to start to use them or gift them or do anything with them, you have to know what works and what doesn't work. Even thinking about edibles, and I'm not talking the funky edibles where you go out and collect shrooms in the woods. I mean, I mean herbs or any of your culinary flowers. You have to know the differences because some of them are edible and some of them are not. Yeah. Even within the same species.
I would say within the same species, so many times I look at something, I'm like, oh, and I'm like, I'll Google it to make sure, and it's like, oh, well, yes, this is edible, and then I Google that specific variety of it is, and it says no. Yeah. I'm like, what? But you just said it was. Yeah. So like, before you go eating flowers, just do your research.
Yeah.
And also sunflowers, a lot of them, not sun.
I was like, sunflowers?
Sunflowers they were used very much in medicinal purposes. So you have to know, like, hey, don't mix these two because you could cause this reaction.
Or know their concentration.
Yes.
You can use a little bit. I mean, it's like nightshade. Everybody's like, ooh, that's deadly. It's like, ooh, that was used medicinally in small doses. So I'm not suggesting you can use nightshade. Please do not go eat nightshade. Disclaimer, do not eat nightshade. But you have to know your doses and you have to know what's safe. So it may be pretty and you may want to use it for something, but if you're going to grow it because it's pretty and you want to grow it and it's very pretty, ranunculus, first thing that comes to mind. Great flower, very finicky, doesn't like to freeze super hard, needs a little more care, great in flowers, holds up well, has good stem length, totally not edible. No. People love to put them on cakes and like, oh my god.
Yeah, most of the time when people send us Pinterest pictures of like cakes that they want for their wedding and like for us to do when we're at their wedding, 9 times out of 10 there's ranunculus on it.
Yeah, and it's like absolutely not.
No, we can do anything other than ranunculus.
Yeah,
if it's edible.
Here are other options.
Yeah, and
this
baby's
is what
breath.
We're willing
Another
to do.
one that people do all the time is baby's breath. Baby's breath is poisonous. Please do not consume any part of it.
Well, and it scares me when people have it so much. Like, we've seen it above shot walls where it could potentially blow into the drinks. We've seen it all down the centers of tables where it can end up in food. Now, of course, you would have to consume a ton of it.
Yes.
And fun fact, teaser, in March, we will be having a whole episode talking about poisonous flowers and things like that, things to be aware of for your pets. So I'm really excited about that one.
That one's going to be fun.
Can't wait to talk about that. But when it comes to flowers, you want to make sure they perform well. They fit your growing conditions. They do what you want them to do. And they align with how much time and energy you actually have to put into it. The goal isn't just to grow your flowers. The goal is to grow flowers that support the experience that you want. Yes. You want to go out and relax? Plant lavender. You know, you want to be invigorated? Plant mint. You want,
But be careful if you plant mint. We've talked about it in other episodes. Me and mint have a love-hate relationship.
I love mint. Come on now. You just have to make it behave.
Yes.
So how do you think like a cut flower gardener? What do you do? So instead of asking, do I like this flower? Things to think about would be...
Hey there, flower friends. We need to talk about something sweet.
Petal Pantry is our new line of floral salts and sugars made from flowers we grow right here at Wildly Native Flower Farm. Think of a pinch of floral sugar on your morning muffin, a sprinkle of floral sugar on your cookies, or a blossom-infused salt to make every weeknight dinner extra fancy.
Best part, it's all natural and made with real farm-grown blossoms.
Treat your taste buds and get 10% off your first order today at wildlynativeflowerfarm.com with the code FLOWERFILES.
Now, let's get back to the show.
Woohoo!
Does this flower produce multiple flowers, I guess?
Like a zinnia.
Yeah, like a zinnia. Is it cut and come again? Are you only going to get one stem from it like a sunflower? If you want this to keep blooming and you only want to have to plant it once or twice for the whole season, plant zinnias. If you want it to be super quick turnover, plant sunflowers or plant iris in the spring. Those are all like super quick, easy, fast, boom, done flowers.
And you said iris, and that reminds me, is it forgiving if I missed a harvest day? So iris is probably one of the least forgiving.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Iris and tulips.
And peonies, honestly.
Oh my gosh.
Peony season is amazing, but you look at them crooked and they go, I'm ready to pick. And then you don't pick them and they go, and they all fall over.
It always happens. We're all really busy on a weekend and none of us can come in and keep up with peonies. And then that Monday we cut like 9 buckets of peonies because they've all blown open.
Yeah.
Which like
and then we stand there and we're like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Which is okay because peonies do have other purposes. You can...
And we're talking hundreds and hundreds hundreds of them. I'm not talking one peony bush.
No, this is
no.
hundreds of feet of them.
Yeah.
It's
a lot of peonies.
It is. But we can dry peonies. Peonies are edible, so we can do culinary stuff with them. So it's okay.
Oh my gosh, this season I want to pickle peonies. I have heard people pickle peonies, and it's a thing, and we're going to try it. Uh-huh. Isn't that weird?
Ugh.
I've heard of peony jelly.
Yeah, peony jelly would make sense, but
pickled peonies?
Like the whole
like
head?
the flowers.
Interesting.
I guess you peel them apart. I don't know. That's another thing that, like...
I could see, like, candied peony petals, but I don't know how, like...
I don't know.
Pickled peonies would
you
be.
like pickles, so...
I love pickles. Pickles are my favorite. I have, 6 jars in my fridge. It's terrible.
You've got spears and littles and bigs and cuts and...
I totally nerd out. Specifically, tiny Vlasics dill pickles. I can't do whatever the Mount Olive. They're always squishier. Vlasics are crunchier.
Isn't that their, like, or no, is it Clausen? Who's the crunch? Like, that's their...
One of them.
I don't know. Oh, that's so funny. Oh my God.
I'm Vlasic specific.
So bad. So, and thinking about your garden too, thinking about your space. We're sitting here talking about hundreds of peonies, but think about, does it give you the value for the space that you have? If you have a limited amount of space, you need to think about, and forgive me for kind of, I guess, being a nerd here, but you expected at this point. Think about your ratios. You've got your disc flowers. You have your supporting filler flowers. You have your greens. You have to have all of it.
You have to have a good mix of everything.
For all of the seasons.
Yes.
So think about, okay, peonies are great, but if you have limited space, you don't want all peonies. No. You've got to really have a good plan. And not trying to plug it, but it would make sense to talk about the garden guide. That's the goal, to help people understand, I want to do these things, and this is the space I have, and it's so easy to plant everything and have it be beautiful for spring and into summer, and then fall comes and it's like, oh,
what do I do?
Yeah, do I dig it out? Is that part of my plan? Do I want heavy mums? What do I want? So I think that's really, really, really...
And it also is, what am I okay to pull out to replant?
Oh, and I'm so bad at that.
Yeah, because it's always like, oh, leave it. We're still getting some blooms from it. I was like, no, we need the space to have better...
she's the hatchet.
I'm really bad. She's like, oh, it looks okay. I'm like, no, rip it out.
She's like, I'm rototilling it under. I was like, oh my God.
That was... We needed space to plant scented geraniums, and everybody still pissed at me for it because I pulled the Sweet Annie because it reseeded there. Yeah. And I do feel bad because it didn't grow where we actually planted it. But I was like, we need the space to plant the scented geraniums.
Like, move it.
And I was like, you ripped it out.
Everybody was like, oh. Kenley was like, it was not part of the plan. I was like, oh my God, she did that. But when you start thinking that way, your garden becomes more productive. I feel like it's a little more joyful because you're not stressing about, rototilling and ripping things out. And it's honestly less frustrating.
It's so much less frustrating because then you're not fighting yourself about like, oh, why didn't I do this different? If you just take a little bit of time to plan and to figure out what works best for you, it'll be so much easier in the end. And you're not kicking yourself in the butt because you're angry that you didn't do it different.
And then, okay, spring. These flowers are going to bloom and then they're going to go out. I either need to replant, replace, or understand that section is going to be finished, or interplant if you have a smaller space. So it really depends on what your intention is. So.
And it's okay that once your spring flowers are done to pull them out of the ground. It is okay to do that. Don't feel bad because the plant's still alive.
You're ripping off the roots.
No, because most of the time when our spring stuff is done, we pull it out, and that's where all of our fall stuff is blooming. Yeah. Will be blooming. It's a very... I don't know how to explain it, but
it's cyclic.
Yes, you have to turn it over.
And you have to plan. You have to plan.
And it's January now. We're already planning and starting to look at ordering all of our seeds for summer. Yeah.
We're behind if we were ordering for spring.
For spring, I order in summer.
Yeah, I mean, you have to.
As soon as tulip season was over last year, I was ordering. I ordered tulips for this spring blooming last April, I think.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this is backwards, but
Yeah, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that brings us to the next point is not everybody has to have the same cut flowers in the same proportion. It's going to depend on what do you want.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want those easy, reliable blooms?
Yeah.
Do you want that quick gratification? Do you want low maintenance varieties that you go, you know what? I want to just kind of have
they
fun
plant them and they'll take over, and then I don't have to do much maintenance with it.
Yeah.
Which those are our favorite too.
Amen. Amen. Other folks may look at the garden and want super specialty flowers and longer growing cycles or blooms that really feel elevated and unique.
Like sweet peas.
Yeah.
Sweet peas are a huge cut flower and everybody loves them, but they take a lot of time and planning and
Effort and
maintenance.
And understanding when to pick and understanding how to use them. Because the stems aren't super long.
No.
And if you have them in a bundle, people need to understand that that's not going to last a week. They last a couple days.
Yeah.
They're like a dahlia. They're here for the party, not the season, or whatever that saying is.
Yeah.
So there's no right answer, and there's no specifically right way to do it. It's just what you want. And once you understand how to match your flowers to your season, your space, and your goals, everything clicks into place. So I feel like this is kind of an ad, but it's not an ad. It's just a communication, because I never want to be that like pushy, like, hey, buy my stuff. I just want to help people achieve the goals that they want without the pitfalls or frustrations that we have experienced.
I would say, because we have all of the knowledge and we want to share it with people so they don't have to go through all of the same mistakes and hardships that we went
And
through.
frustrations. Because people come to me and I feel like I spend more time fixing things that if I was able to help them sooner, we wouldn't have to be fixing, hey, I tried this, this, and this, and it didn't work. Or people will send me pictures, hey, can you tell me what I did wrong here? And I'm like, dude, it's dead.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I'm not positive what I don't.
So many different things could cause it to be dead.
Like I need more than that. Like, so let me help you. So over the years, we've helped growers, we've helped gardeners, we've helped so many different folks, and I was really excited. The one garden club, they messaged me and they were like, can you just please come in February and talk to us about our gardens? And I was like, of course, I can absolutely do that. So we've been helping people for years, and we want to simplify that process by breaking cut flowers into clear categories. So you're not guessing, Googling, or planting blindly, because I feel like so many times, I mean, you and I have run into it. You type in blue delphinium and you get so many different things. You know, I'm not saying that Googling is wrong, but
no. Sometimes Google, there's too much information out there to be clear on what you're looking for.
And if you really don't know what you're looking for, that makes it even more...
It's so difficult.
Yeah.
You have to Google with flowers and plants and just agriculture in general. You have to have very specific questions that you're asking, because you can ask one question and then get a whole different answer, and
add in the layer of AI now.
Yeah, and AI makes it so much more difficult sometimes, because AI
just
real. Pulls from random websites, and then it doesn't have like actual support of where they got the information from. Yeah, it can pull like
or what was created. Like there's things sometimes that people are like, where can I buy this? I was like, doesn't exist.
Yes, we had one bride, we've had multiple brides, honestly, that have sent us just AI generated pictures of flowers, and we're like, that's not a real flower.
Yeah, that's not real, but here's some options.
Yes.
You know, so when those catalogs come, when you walk into that garden center and it's like, oh, wow, I just want it all. I want to help you figure out, so you have the garden guide and you've gone through and you're organized, and you know, I need tall, but I want something tall for summer in this color. You can use this cut flower guide to understand, okay, I need something tall and red in the garden here, and something tall and blue over here, and something, I need a shrub here, or it helps you understand what all of your options are, and then you can put your pieces together. So it answers those questions of, what do I grow first? What is worth the space? And what actually cuts well? And that's why we created our cut flower guide.
Yeah.
So it's not to overwhelm you, but it's to help you choose confidently. And we broke it down inside there for beginner garden, intermediate, and maybe I want to challenge myself.
Yeah.
So why does this matter? So when you choose those right flowers early, it saves you time. I'm so excited about it. Let me try that again. So I'm excited and nervous because this has taken us years to put together.
Yeah, we've spent like this will be like year 3 that we've spent putting this together.
Really, really doing our research and gathering the pictures and doing all of the things, because we started having those common questions, and I want people to have the same experience.
Yeah.
So when you choose, it helps save you time, it helps save you money, it helps saves you frustration, disappointment, and maybe a little burnout.
Yeah, burnout's a big one. Just because you can do it doesn't mean you have to do it. Still take time to take care of yourself.
Yes. And you don't have to do everything.
No.
Don't do everything. Because when you plant with intention, you really get to enjoy your garden, and that's the whole point. And then you trust yourself as a grower, and that confidence changes everything.
Yeah. And I think even we struggle with that sometimes of like, okay, we've got to get this done. Oh my gosh, it's crazy busy season. It's May. We need to hurry and get it all done. And it's like, no, take a step back and like, we've gotten this far. Enjoy what we do.
Yeah.
Like, enjoy.
Sometimes it's nice to just stand in the field and be like,
and just stand there and look.
Wow.
And smell.
Yes. And watch and listen. Oh my God. You know that there's days where it's warm and the flowers just start blooming. I lay down in the field. We've all done it. We all just lay down in the field and watch the birds and watch the things fly. And but I never do it when the dogs are with me, because then they're like in my face like, hey, what you doing?
They'll lick your face and then
Yuck.
No, so take time to enjoy what you're doing and appreciate what you're doing, and know that not everybody can do it, and pat yourself on the back for being somebody who can.
I don't grow vegetables well. I try and I try and I try and
Every
I try.
year she tries. The one year she planted like 20 pepper plants, and they all got eaten by deer and died.
Nubs. It was just these little nubs. It was so mad. They were so good. I came out the next day and was like, okay, if I was a colonial, I would starve. That's it. That's it.
It's fine.
That's it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm just growing flowers.
But she grew a really big tomato plant in the hoop house this year. Accidentally. I don't know where or how it came from.
I have no idea. It just and the hoop house was new, and there was new stone and everything. Well, I think it's because I had my one vegetable tray in there, and I had like a row of tomatoes, a row of peppers, because I'm determined that I'm going to grow my vegetables. Oh my God, the one year the chickens came through and ate everything. That was the year that I was like, well, I starved again this year. Okay. These people talk about, oh, I can, and I pickle, and I, freeze, and I blanch, and I all of this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, no, not me.
That's my aunt and uncle. They like, most of the vegetables they eat are what they've grown. I'm like, how? Because, like, you think flowers are hard and intensive. Vegetables are a whole other ballgame.
Because everything wants to eat it.
Yes.
Oh, my God. And then peas. Oh, my God. I love growing peas. I love shelling peas. I used to do it with my grandmother. My grandfather had a 1/4 acre garden. It was amazing. It was huge. One of my favorite places in the entire world was in that garden with him. He could grow everything. He had 2 freezers just of his vegetables. It was crazy. But I would sit on the porch, and she and I would just crack peas and shell peas, and I love it. I was so excited. I had 3 little peas. I was like, look, I grew peas. And Joe's like, uh-huh. I was like, bite me. Never mind. I was so excited. So I'm dedicated this year. I will grow more peas. But anyway, all right. So if you're tired of guessing, if you're overwhelmed by all the options in the catalogs, the emails that maybe you're getting from of the...
Oh my gosh, the emails.
Yeah.
Every day at 7 o'clock, I get an email from one place, and they send it to me every day, and I'm like, leave me alone.
Maybe you just want to feel more confident choosing your cut flowers that actually perform. Our cut flower guide was literally made for you. It's designed to help you make smart, thoughtful choices without that pressure or feeling like you have to have it all perfect and figured it out. So you can find it linked here wherever you're listening, over at Wildly Native. If you want to talk to us, you can always call us.
Yeah,
too.
call us, email us. You can find both of our phone numbers and email very easily.
Yeah,
And
it's all there.
We can set up a time to talk, and if you have questions, that's what
We're going
we're
to
here
start
for.
doing some consulting too. So we really want people to understand, and we want to help them, and that's why we're starting this whole next adventure.
I know, it's just crazy.
So much fun.
I'm so glad we're taking the step, and it's happening.
Yes.
After years in production, it's finally happening.
Yes.
It's so exciting.
And it's years of us learning and
and because we do it as our job, it's that fine line of what is too much information all at once.
Yeah.
And here's what to start with, here's the next step, and here's the third step.
And the things that we use as common
Gosh,
language.
yes.
I'm like, hey, don't forget to about all of these flowers. Other people are like, I have no idea what you just said. I was like, wait, what? I'm like, oh, I got to start
Start
at the
base
basics.
level.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also too, we know a lot of our flowers by their Latin names.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh, what's that? I'm like agrostemma for one of them. Everybody's like, what's agrostemma? I'm like, corncockle. And they're like, oh, corn. I'm like, yeah.
Centaurea. And people are like, what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, bachelor button.
Bachelor button. Scabiosa. Pincushion. Flower. Yeah. It's little things like that.
She's a nerd. I love it.
You turned me into a nerd. Yeah. It's funny to think about, too, with the Latin names. We speak more Latin than most people. It's just really weird.
Yeah. Except for my husband. His plant knowledge is Greenus plantus. I'm like, shut up. So, all right. So, yeah, I don't know. Until next time, keep growing what works for you, and I'll see you in the next episode of the Flower Files. Thanks for listening.
Bye-bye.